In Fort Lauderdale, we have the shooting that happened at the airport, Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport, a couple days ago. A gentleman enters into the airport and he shoots. Oh, well, he actually walks to the airport and he checks his pistol, and he was in the military. Apparently, he did about 9 years in the military. There he goes. Esteban Santiago. That's his name. Esteban Santiago. And of course, I'm waiting for ISIS to claim this as being one of their terrorist attacks. Since they want to claim everything until the guy find out the guy's gay or some shit. This guy, Esteban Santiago, served 9 years in the military. He actually did a 10-month tour in Iraq where he received, he was awarded a combat action badge. Being so, he was allowed to check a pistol in while, checking his bags into the airport. For some reason, when he walked away, he began to shoot people, shot about 15 rounds. I want to say injured, maybe, I can't remember how many he injured, but he killed 5 people. And, you had people who were, one guy was he was about to turn 63. He was married to his wife for 40 years, and he even killed an 84-year-old. Guy was from Alaska. I guess the only charge that he had previously was, aggravated assault against his girlfriend, if I'm not mistaken. However, I guess he wasn't a bad guy until he returned back from Iraq after doing his tour. His aunt said he was a different man once he got back. And this is an issue that is really, really touchy, because people love the military dearly, in which they should because they protect us. However, if you know that people are just people, and people have, issues that need to be dealt with. What I'm trying to get to is, we're talking about a military who has a massive, massive, massive budget, and they continue to take this money and spend it on weapons rather than taking care of the soldiers who went and fought, in wars and did tours, who were vets, who come out of this and they're mentally ill. You look at a lot of vets who are sleeping on the street, who are sick, and they have no kind of medical help, or they're not being taken care of properly. And you would think if somebody went and fought for your rights to be in this country, that should be a priority rather than building more missiles for a war that we're not going to go fight for who knows when. I'm pretty sure we got a massive, impressive stock of bombs and missiles and bullets and artillery that, that's just sitting there. And we're still spending money, and for what? Why are you, at this point in time, you have to ask yourself, at this point in time, what war is going to be deemed necessary for us to go and fight? What do we have to steal from another country, basically? This money should be invested into the people who go and fight these wars, who come out with post-traumatic stress disorders. More money should be spent in studying and researching and figuring out solutions on how to deal with these people so they can live a comfortable and better life after, serving, time in the military. Me, I'm not for war at all. Yeah, you might say it's necessary, but a lot of these wars that we have participated in, I guess, has been pretty much for selfish endeavors. As far as the military gaining land and whatever kind of assets they can steal from other countries. And they have no value on human life. They don't give a fuck. So, I think it's a heinous thing. I think it's sickening to watch these people for one, come out homeless, and the military vets be sick, strung out on drugs, with little to no help for them to improve their lives or live their lives. Not making any excuses for this guy. I do think he was mentally ill. He was sick. Can't remember exactly what his motive was as far as something doing with ISIS, saying that he had to do it or something like that initially. So they're still doing investigations. But this, to me, could have been avoided. Maybe if he was taken care of, maybe if he had proper medication, maybe if he had a proper counseling, maybe if he had the proper life that maybe he felt he should have deserved. But, however, the United States sees it different, and we'd rather put money into military funding for unnecessary shit rather than taking care of the vets and the soldiers who go and fight these wars. So, that let alone is a whole different situation within itself, because, like I said, I feel like war is a waste of money, especially when you have people in your own backyard starving and dying and sleeping in frigid temperatures, you know what I mean, and nothing's being done about it. I'm sad this happened. I hate to see, shootings and mass shootings happen. I don't never understand why people do it, but people are mentally ill. It's easy to just say, oh, he was crazy, blah, 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 but it's mental illness, a lot of it around. You might think you are far-fetched from it, but it can happen anywhere. It's mental illness everywhere. And it needs to be handled a little bit better, more careful, I guess, for lack of words. I don't know what else too much to say about this, man. I just feel bad for the people who lost family members, the people who lost their lives. I could never imagine being ready to board a plane, maybe going back home to see family, maybe just leaving your family, getting dropped off by your loved ones, and, walking in. It's scary enough to have to even board an airplane. If it's not going to be hijacked, you just have to worry about the shit crashing into the ground, right? But then you go into an airport, you check your bags, and now you're getting shot and killed before you even get on a plane. Kids your kids just dropped you off, and boom, they just took you into a death trap. In which I don't know what they're going to do about these security measures. I don't know why, these people want to target airports to kill people. But something needs to change and something needs to be done. It's just not fair for both sides. For the victims who lost their lives and for the mentally ill guy who committed this crime. So, things just need to change.